Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden within corporate filings. And this time, let's just say it involves some executive bonuses that might make your eyes widen. Are you ready to dive into how much the execs at BKV Corporation are really earning for their performance? We are going to break down their latest report and see what it really means for everyone involved. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you like getting these unfiltered views into big companies, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to connect with other finance enthusiasts and get even more exclusive content, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a fascinating update from BKV Corporation. They've filed what is called an 8K form, which is basically a way for public companies to announce major events that shareholders should know about right away. Think of it as a special bulletin from the company. The most significant event they're reporting on happened on the 19th of February 2026. This is when the company's board of directors, essentially the top decision makers for BKV Corporation, made some big calls regarding the annual bonuses for their top executives. Now, you might remember that BKV Corporation filed information about their executive compensation earlier, but they left out the exact bonus amounts. Why? Because at that time they just hadn't figured out the final numbers yet. This 8K filing is filling in those blanks, giving us the concrete figures. Let's get to the juicy part, the compensation. This table shows us the bonuses earned by their named executive officers, or NEOs as they're called in these reports. These are the highly paid leaders of the company. The column we're looking at is non-equity incentive plan compensation, which essentially means bonuses paid out under a plan that is not tied to company stocks. Scroll Christopher P. Calnan, Chief Executive Officer. Scroll first up, we have Christopher P. Calnan, the Chief Executive Officer for 2025. Mr. Calnan earned a bonus of $1,676,401. When you add this bonus to all his other compensation, his total earnings for 2025 reached an impressive $5,903,801. That is a significant figure reflecting a substantial financial reward. Scrolleric S. Jacobson President Upstream. Scroll next is Eric S. Jacobson, who is the president of the Upstream division. Mr. Jacobson received a bonus of $816,354 for 2025. His total compensation for the year amounted to $4,306,883. This still represents a very healthy income, showcasing the rewards for leadership in key operational areas. Scroll Delanca Simon, Chief Commercial Officers. Scroll. Finally, we have Delanca Simon, the Chief Commercial Officer. Mr. Simon's performance bonus for 2025 was $497,537. His total compensation for the year came in at $3,445,756. It is important to note that his bonus was prorated because he started on the 3rd of April 2025, so he was only eligible for a portion of the full year's bonus. Just to clarify, these amounts are the bonuses earned in 2025, but they were officially approved and will be paid out in 2026 after the company's compensation committee, or in Mr. Calnan's case, the entire board certified the performance results. So while earned last year, the actual cash hits the bank this year. Now, how were these bonuses determined for Mr. Calnan? The target bonus was set at a hefty 125% of his base salary. For Messrs. Jacobson and Simon, the target was 95% of their base salaries. This shows a tiered approach to bonus targets, with the CEO having a higher potential bonus relative to his base pay. A big chunk of these bonuses was tied to the company's performance based on what they call Key Performance Indicators, or KPIs. They had something called the STIP scorecard, which factored in various metrics. 60% of the bonus calculation was based on shareholder value indicators, which are things that show the results of past actions. This included adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, or EBITDAX, which was weighted 40%, adjusted free cash flow for 30%, and the cost to produce oil and gas, known as break-even unit cash cost, for the remaining 30%. These are critical financial health indicators. Then there was a 10% weighting for sustainability, focusing on environmental health, safety, and regulatory performance. This shows a growing focus on responsible corporate behavior. The final 30% was based on operational and strategic indicators, things that predict future success. This included total net production, meaning how much oil and gas they extracted, operations capital efficiency, meaning how well they spent money on operations, and delivery of carbon capture projects and carbon neutral natural gas. There was also a component tied to implementing new enterprise software and building out their IT procurement and sales and marketing teams. This mix shows a strategy that balances traditional performance with future growth and efficiency. The bonus amount for each executive was determined 50% by how well the company hit those key performance indicators on the STIP scorecard, and the other 50% was based on individual performance goals. This means that even if the company as a whole did great, individual performance still played a significant role. For CEO Mr. Cownan, his individual goals were themselves weighted heavily towards company performance, with 80% aligned with the STIP scorecard KPIs. The remaining 20% focused on strategic advancement. This included things like engaging with the board, pursuing mergers and acquisitions that would add value, growing their carbon capture technology and their power generation and retail businesses, and strengthening the company's internal capabilities through reorganization and succession planning. This shows a CEO whose personal performance is very closely linked to the overall progress and future direction of the company. Mr. Jacobson's individual goals were centered on delivering results in the upstream business alongside leadership, talent development, fostering a positive company culture, driving business and shareholder growth, supporting midstream operations and their carbon ventures, and implementing key systems and initiatives. And Mr. Simon's individual performance goals covered a broad range of commercial and operational areas. This included setting commercial strategy, managing costs in gathering and processing, developing new products, nurturing people, safety and culture, supporting the power generation and retail business, and driving in-house sales and marketing efforts. This diverse set of goals indicates a role that touches many aspects of the business. Finally, the report is signed by David R. Tamarin, the Chief Financial Officer, on the 20th of February 2026. This confirms the official filing of this important compensation update. So, what do we make of all this? BKV Corporation is clearly rewarding its top executives handsomely for their performance in 2025. The bonus structure is complex, tying compensation to both company, wide achievements and individual responsibilities. This approach aims to align executive interests with shareholder value and strategic objectives. The significant bonus amount suggests that the company believes its leadership successfully navigated a challenging year and is well positioned for future growth, particularly in areas like carbon capture and new business ventures. However, we must also consider the broader context. While these bonuses are large, they are a reflection of the company's financial performance and its goals for the future. The emphasis on KPIs like adjusted EBITDAX and free cash flow shows a focus on core financial health, while the inclusion of sustainability and new business growth indicates a forward-looking strategy. The question for investors and observers will be whether this compensation structure truly drives long-term value and whether BKV Corporation can continue to meet these ambitious targets. That is our deep dive into BKV Corporation's latest filing. What is your take on these executive bonuses and the company's strategy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, give it a like and remember to subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community via the link in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decoding.